My name is Bret Peterson. This is my wife, Jamie. We've been coming to the Yellow Box for about 6 years now. We have 2 kids right now and 1 on the way. We have a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, and we have our 3rd due in July.
We had been searching for a church home for a while. I hadn't grown up here, so I wasn't familiar with many churches. And so Bret and I were looking for a church, and when we came to community, we came to the Yellow Box. We just loved it. It's just how laid back it was and how welcoming it was for everyone that was new.
Once we hit Yellow Box, it was our last stop.
Yep.
We knew right away when we were here that this is where we wanted to be.
I just always had this hope that we as a family would make coming to church and living a life for God our #1 priority. And so I think as many of us feel as we're raising kids, and you know, sometimes you're missing church and sometimes you're trying to get there, something in the last year or 2 has really clicked for us as a family. We just go and we love it, and our kids love Kid City, and it's just what our family does.
I've always been somewhat of a passive Christian, you could say. I go to church occasionally through my life. I've always considered myself a Christian, but never really acted out my faith much. So the past year has really been transformative for me.
So All In, I loved, and Bret knows this about me. I'm kind of, let's dive right in and do it. And we really didn't commit to All In, but what we did do as a couple is be committed to, for the first time ever, we're really going to give 10%, and we're really going to do that every week.
Yeah.
You know, a direct deposit from our bank.
Right.
We're going to reevaluate that quarterly to make sure our hearts we're doing our 10%. So while we didn't commit originally to All In, we did for the first time commit to actually just tithing.
Right.
Which was huge for us, really, to let go of that kind of control over our finances.
I'll be honest, at first I thought she was crazy. I mean, that sounds good, but we're not actually going to do it, are we? So the idea of actually giving and making it something that's significant for us was a really difficult step for me, because I feel like I'm giving up something that I worked for, and that's not the way I look at it now. The encouragement I would give myself a year ago is that really anything in life, that's worth it is difficult. So really taking that leap and moving forward, not just financially, but with the time. I mean, obviously the idea of going to Haiti, 6 months ago sounded crazy to me, So there's been a lot of things that I've just stepped out and done this year for the first time and really put myself out there. And like I said, I've never had anything, more come back to me than I have in the last year. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing year for me.
If for anyone that's out there that's thinking, shoot, can I do this? Can I trust? Can I give 10%? Or can I be all in? Or whatever your amount is. Everything you're working for is so much bigger when you've accomplished it through God anyways. So it's such an incredible feeling where now we kind of tease each other that how much more can we really give? Let's do this, because there's so much we can do, and there's so much fulfillment we've received from being all in. Yeah,
and you can always put it off. And that's something I did really well for 6 years, is saying, next month we can get started. Next year is going to be great. The timing isn't right now.
But when we stopped putting it off and started putting Him first, everything really did start to change for us.
My name is Bret.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're all in.